all right.
Yeah, we're recording everything. Yeah, we're recording right now. Welcome to the Outpost.
Welcome to the Outpost.
Hi, my name's Rory, or Ranger Rory.
I'm Chuck, and I'm not qualified to be a ranger. But
He's a ranger too.
I identify as a ranger.
Ranger Chuck. And we'd like to welcome you to the inaugural episode.
Inaugural
episode.
Only one G.
Did I say inaugural?
You said inaugural.
Inaugural episode of the Occult Outpost.
Probably Latin.
And that's when like the...
I like that. I like that a lot.
Yeah, we're just here tonight. We're talking about what the podcast is going to be about.
We're good and glassy-eyed. We're ready to talk about monsters.
Good and glassy-eyed. I got my mushroom cup.
I like your mushroom cup.
It's delicious. It makes everything better.
Does it make it taste better, the enamel?
No. I think it poisons you. I think it's poisoning my teeth.
It's marked poisonous. I see it in Latin.
So that would be fly agaric or Amanita muscara.
For the listeners at home, Ranger Rory has a cup with mushrooms printed on it.
Mini mushrooms.
He's going through a phase right now. We're just letting him go through it.
Yeah.
So.
I'm stupid. I get into things and I drop them.
I can't wait to see that cup in the cabinet unwashed in like 8 months.
But irregardless.
Okay.
That's
not a word.
But regardless.
I don't know if it's Latin either.
Tonight we're here to talk about what the Occult Outpost podcast is going to be about.
Yeah. No, it's going to be a great time.
It's going to be fantastic.
I'm going to like it.
I'm going to love it.
We like talking about monsters.
And spooky goblins and ghouls.
Ghosts. Spooks, ghouls.
Goblins.
Even skeletons.
Skeletons are actually one of my favorite things.
Roy, let me ask you a question.
Yes.
Can I ask you already?
Absolutely.
Can we already dig into something?
Yeah, let's dig in.
Do you think that animated skeletons are a legitimate form of undead? Because you already suspend disbelief when an undead creature's alive, but bones magically... I think that's too much.
I don't think skeletons are scary.
You don't even think they're scary?
No, I don't. Because,
no, bro,
there's
listen,
one inside of you right now.
You're stupid. Listen. If you were in a fucking tomb, you're paying respects to your grandma.
Right? Granny, I miss you and I love you.
Yeah, okay.
R.I.P.
A stone cap opens up.
I'll insert this down there.
Alright, okay, cool.
Nice.
You hear that echo off of the stone. You're like, oh, there's a drunk. It's sleeping in my grandma's tomb.
Grandma.
But then they sit up and they're not a drunk. They're a skeleton. I mean, I'm talking a legitimate human bones. They're dirty. They got clothes on them. He sits up and turns around. I'm not talking Halloween Town. Nah, I'm a skeleton. I mean,
I'd like to get the hell out of here.
Bones.
We're talking like
animated. No, it doesn't make any sound. That's the worst part.
The creaking of the bones, though. That was not like a guttural.
Why would they creak?
Because they're bones.
Why would they creak?
Bones creak.
No, they don't. They're a smooth... Bone is a smooth surface. Why would they creak? Okay, that implies... that there is a rigid force pushing the bones together if they creak.
Magic.
You have to...
Undead magic.
You must then...
So, you know what? I'll be honest.
You are forced to recognize magic is real.
So if it's a skeleton sitting there, just laying there, it's not scary.
Because if it's a zombie...
Zombies.
If a zombie comes alive, you're like, oh, maybe it's a virus. If a skeleton comes alive, it can only be magic. Or an advanced prank.
That's fair. Or an advanced prank.
That's two different things.
Yeah, I concede. Skeletons are kind of scary.
It would be
Skeletons are kind of scary.
You would be affronted with the mysteries of the universe. Magic is real, and
magic is real. Skeletons are real.
On top of potentially defending yourself from a skeleton.
I think I
could. Did you say skeletons are real?
I think I could take a skeleton.
You couldn't, bro, because a femur is harder to break than a 2x4. Could you beat up a golem made of 2x4s?
I was in karate for like 3 years, bro.
No, you're an idiot. They use fake boards for that shit. I've seen it.
Well, anyway, I concede. Okay. You are correct. If it's just a skeleton laying there, if like I were walking through the park and I saw a skeleton, I would call cops.
Shit. Yeah.
I call it. Hey, there's a skeleton out here. There's a human skeleton.
You wouldn't shriek like a little girl.
I would go. Yeah. But then, like, okay, you know, that's a skeleton.
Yeah.
But if I were in a tomb, like the flashlight and looking around, and night. I saw a skeleton and sit up, like push the,
you would go mad.
I would freak out. I'd piss my pants right in front of.
I think you would go mad a little bit.
I'd be really afraid. So I think you're right.
Yeah,
I think you're right.
So skeletons, check that one off.
Skeletons are scary.
It's scary.
No more skeleton talk ever. But no, yeah.
You got a skeleton, keep it to your fucking self, all right?
Yeah.
Don't tell people.
Yeah, don't. Yeah, if you got it, don't let it out.
You don't gotta flaunt it.
Don't let it out.
We would talk about that whether anyone was listening.
Right.
Or not.
Right. And that's honestly the point. You know, I don't want to be presenting something that's like, oh, you know, hello, welcome to the occult. I don't want that. I don't want to. Oh, tonight we're going to be talking about.
You don't want to be a green text channel?
I don't want to be NPR, but about scary bats.
You're not allowed because you watch NPR, and I'm gonna cock block you if you start NPR talking. I'm gonna shut that shit.
Yeah,
right
I don't want to be NPR. I just want to be an accessible sound for people to listen to if they want to.
We're two regular dudes.
Yeah, just two dudes talking about fucking ghosts.
I work at a warehouse. I just got off of work.
I'm a fucking mechanic.
You're a mechanic, and I work at a warehouse, and we're drinking beer and talking about monsters.
Talking about fucking ghosts, goblins, ghouls, and monsters.
Yes.
And the metaphysical, the paranormal.
And the implications thereof.
I
like that part.
Shit, yeah, the implications thereof.
That's my favorite part.
And what happens if
it would
take
in my room right now? I was thinking the other day because I had seen some, I'd seen some. I didn't see some stuff in real life, but I was watching a video about something, and they were talking about a hypothetical situation that was so minute and brief, and it just made me think, that would ruin your life. Like to come to the realization of the paranormal in that way. Are we allowed to bring up
everything?
Are we allowed to bring up like other YouTube channels and stuff?
I don't give a shit.
No, they're not going to
shout them out.
Yeah,
shout them out. Fuck it.
Chris O'Neill from One He Plays. What's
there you
up?
go, Chris O'Neill. What's up, buddy?
Yeah, no, but they.
I don't know who you are, but Chuck does.
They're funny. So, but one of the cast of them, I don't know. They were doing their shit. They throw around a lot of hypotheticals. And one of them messed me up, and I had to think about it all day at work. And it was, okay, if you're walking along the road and you see a dead possum on the side of the road, and you walked up to the dead possum and you saw like flies buzzing around the dead possum.
Right.
And at this point, I'm on board. Okay, that wouldn't mess me up too bad. I see possums every day. We live in the middle of nowhere. And I said, what if you got closer and it wasn't flies, it was little tiny like cartoony green witches with big noses on brooms, and they were flying around, but they were the size of flies, and they were flying around. That would ruin your life.
Yeah.
That would fuck up your whole life.
Like the witch from Looney Tunes?
Yeah, you would wonder if you had schizophrenia, you'd have to go to the doctor, you'd have to
get checked out.
You saw it clear as day. You get closer, little green witches flying around. And then I started thinking how it wouldn't have to be a big, there was an explosion and a ghost flew through my house. Like, just something like, I saw flies and they were actually little green witches.
Yeah, at that point, I would say probably mental illness. I'd say it would probably be a mental illness. Probably something like schizophrenia. I don't know. I'm not an expert on mental illness. I've got them, but I'm not an expert.
The point is that the paranormal, confronting genuinely an experience with the paranormal would ruin your fucking life.
And that's what we're here to do.
Our lives are ruined.
We're here to talk about the paranormal and the metaphysical and the spiritual and the occult.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And the occult. The spiritual. Our experiences with Georgetown.
Oh my god, that's going to be a whole thing.
I have it logged, yeah. Nobody's going to know what the fuck we're talking about. Look at this. This is all on Georgetown, bro.
Ranger Rory is flipping through a whole handwritten biographical. Oh, dude, go back a page. Yeah, we'll talk about it.
You talking about that? You remember that?
I remember that, motherfucker.
You remember that. And then, let's just say, Robertson County, Tennessee, the Bell Witch. That's something I have written about. Fucking Mothman. The Mothman.
All right, listen. I have something to say about the Mothman.
Please don't break my heart.
I think that he is... I will break your heart. I think that he is an intricate marketing ploy to save the Rust Belt town from falling into the river that is Point Pleasant, West Virginia.
That hurts me.
Let me ask you this. Let me ask you a genuine question about the Mothman. Is this preemptive? Should we wait till the Mothman episode?
No, fuck it. Let's spit it.
Why is the Mothman statue, which is, if not the most infamous, the most prominent display of his figure in the point of origin, why is it so ripped, and why does it have defined metallic ass cheeks?
Because it wasn't originally supposed to be a statue of the Mothman.
Oh my god, for real?
It wasn't.
What was it supposed to be?
I can't remember. I think it was like it was one of. You remember those statues when we were walking along the river?
Oh my god, those are the same guy.
It was supposed to be one of those.
It's supposed to be like a jacked Algonquin.
As far as I'm if I was told correctly, and my research is good, then.
And they just like, oh, hang on, let me bend it around a little bit and make it a Mothman. That's so fucked up. That really pisses me off, actually. Yeah, I thought he did that for Mothman.
Nope.
That explains why he's got like a 22-pack.
22-pack, fucking cheeks for days.
He's got riblets.
Chest hair.
I thought it was... I would expect...
Antenna? You thought it was antenna?
No, shut up. Listen, I would expect Mothman to have fine moth hairs on him. You ever seen
But not like curly fucking 1970s...
It's really long because he's really big. It's proportionate. Or I have curly chest hair.
It's like thick cords. It's not like...
I don't know. It's metal.
That's fair. That's fair.
You want to make fine little riblets of metal?
You could.
He's in the Rust Belt. Should I repeat that?
I don't think West Virginia's in the Rust Belt.
West Virginia's in the Rust Belt. The coast of the mighty Ohio River, with which we're very familiar.
Very familiar.
Is the
almost like we grew up around.
Is part of the Rust Belt.
It's a long area.
Stupid ass. It goes from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Is that the mouth of the Ohio? Pittsburgh? Yeah, that's where it has the confluence with some other fucking river we don't care about.
And then down.
It turns into the Ohio River.
Mississippi.
And it runs into the mighty Mississippi. So from Pittsburgh to the other end of Illinois or some shit. That's a big territory.
That's a big, long river.
And it's a belt, and it's rusty as shit, because it's humid as living shit out here.
Yeah.
I'm cursing too much, I'm sorry.
You're not cursing too much. This is all about who we are.
I looked it up. We are in the Rust Belt.
It really fucks me. The humidity fucks me up.
Why?
It makes it hard for me to breathe.
I have sleep apnea. I need to breathe.
Anyway, I'm really fucking disappointed in that take. And your take on Mothman, it disappoints me. That hurts my heart.
Oh yeah, that take. Yeah. Well, I'm just saying that, it could be that if not an outright fabrication for the sake of increasing revenue in the town, it's at least hyped up by the community for the sake of bringing it. I mean, they got 5 or 6 shops on that little... Listen, okay, we went there. We've been to the Mothman Museum. We've been there.
Right.
We've seen the statue. We walked the town.
Right.
Beautiful place, by the way.
Beautiful.
Highly recommended.
Wonderful.
If you have the time, if you're in the area, stop by.
Even if you're in the area, even if you're from fucking California.
We went into the shop. We went into like a totally Mothman unrelated store there and bought a beautiful handcrafted knife.
Yeah.
Like a bushcraft knife.
Yep.
And they had beautiful furniture in
handmade beds.
Oh my god, the
quilts.
furniture.
It was beautiful.
So it's got a lot going on. But I'm just saying that we were there on a weekend, and of the 4 or 5 open buildings in that whole half of the town, 2 of them were Mothman related. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
There was a furniture store that had furniture in the window from 30 years ago.
The only one open every day of the week is the Mothman
Museum. That so? And what did we spend the most time in?
Tudor's Biscuit World.
Damn right. God, I was talking to my mom about Tudor's Biscuit World yesterday. It was the shit. She's in Idaho dreaming about them biscuits, bro. I told her there was, what
That's
I told
a chef's
her?
kiss.
We were eating at Tudor's Biscuit World when we went to West Virginia, and we saw the Mothman shit, and I was like, I'm starving, we just gotta eat, man. And we went to Tudor's Biscuit World.
And it was fucking phenomenal.
I thought it was gonna be garbage.
It's wonderful. And The Mothman Museum is phenomenal too.
It's great.
The only
if you want to buy shit.
Yeah, that's true. It's not great. So let's be honest. If we're going to be frank, let's be frank.
You be Frank and I'll be Charles.
Okay, I'm going to be frank for a minute. Well, if I have to be honest. That's what Frank sounds like in my head. When we went in there, I was expecting, more sensational shit. I wasn't expecting 1,000 newspapers put under fucking plexiglass.
Hey, did you know that Richard Gere was in a movie about the Mothman? Here's a third of the entire museum devoted to that fucking Richard Gere movie,
and
which is
weird.
A good movie.
But I did like buying the shit. I also loved buying the shit.
I wear my Mothman t-shirt, TM.
I haven't worn mine.
I wore it to work, and I haven't yet to receive a single compliment about it.
It's because people are fucking idiots.
No. They know. They're like, you cashed out, bro. You're a sellout.
No, you're not a sellout.
Just like Point Pleasant.
Ah! No. I refuse. So I can go ahead and say yes. Point Pleasant has kind of sold out, especially with the Fallout 76 shit.
Oh my god, that was an embarrassment.
It is kind of like in Fallout. Let's be frank. Let's be fair.
We'll both be frank for this one.
My favorite game series is Fallout.
It's my top 10.
I love Fallout. But when I went to the Mothman Museum, I didn't expect to see posters for Fallout 76 hanging in the fucking gift shop.
Yeah, it's a little...
It disappointed me severely.
Disappointing, yeah. I don't like seeing the... It wasn't that, the gift shop section of the museum was disappointing. The museum, by the way.
It was the museum was disappointing.
You can go into the building. You can shop for free, obviously. You go inside, There's merchandise everywhere.
It's the front room. The first room is the gift shop.
You walk in, it's a gift shop. Oh, do you want to actually go into the stuff with historic museum pieces in it? Here, give me $5. Yeah, okay. So you got to pay to go into the museum section of the place, which is cool. They got the actual handwritten police reports of all the sightings and all that stuff on one rack, and then they have what happened to the bridge on another rack, and then they have inane horse shit kind of spread around it. I don't know. The Richard Gere touched this blanket.
That
was a plaque I read. It said Richard Gere touched this blanket.
This was a prop used in the 1999 movie The Mothman.
That's not the right year, probably. But hey, let me tell you something. I reached out and I touched that blanket. You know why? I paid $5 to go in that.
I grabbed it.
Did you?
No.
Did you get I took fiber samples from the blanket.
I wanted to see if the Mothman touched it too.
Do you think? Well, Richard Gere went to the Mothman to do some method stuff.
Sucked him off.
That's different from method acting.
No, dude, that is the most method acting.
No,
if you suck off the Mothman.
What method will you suck me
fucking
off
twist
with?
And pull?
Richard Gere.
Yeah.
Richard Gere is a gentleman, and he would not do the suck.
He put a hamster up his butt.
No, that's also false, bro. You're listening to fake news.
Don't start the shit with me. Don't start the shit with
Richard
me.
Gere. He did not put that gerbil in his ass.
No, I think the most disappointing part was when we were leaving and we were checking out, and that dude at the counter would not stop talking about incest. Do you remember that?
Let me tell you why. Because you initiated a conversation that included paranormal events that were not related to Mothman, and the only thing he had to talk about...
What did I talk about?
You said, hey, me and my buddies went through some stuff too with some scary stuff.
Yeah.
And you broke it down. You did. And he replied with, I got some crazy stuff of my own. And you said, let's hear it. And he said, yeah, there's these people and they're incest. And we're like, wow, that's not even like a fucking cryptid, bro. Why do you...
That's not even a ghost?
That's not a...
So
that's
first
a
of all...
physical disability.
That's not a ghost. That's not a goblin.
It's not a ghost.
That's not a ghoul.
No.
Yeah, we were talking to this dude, and we had told him about some experiences that we had had.
Yeah.
And then he went on and like, just up the road is a fucking incest hillbilly family. And I was like, neat.
It's wrong term type stuff. Wrong turn type stuff, which I've never been into. That's just horror. That's not paranormal. Oh, you fucked your sister. That doesn't make a ghoul.
I think what a lot of people are scared of is the mutations in them.
It's not mutations, by the way. They're not mutations. They're physical disabilities. You don't get mental powers from your mom and your dad and your brother and sister.
Right.
You don't get super strength.
You don't turn into an X-Men. I get it.
I have... What do they get? First generation, probably not much.
Lumpy.
They
get lumpy.
I have hemophilia.
They get really lumpy and like an extra toe or something.
My shins are too short.
Like an extra toe.
Yeah.
But
they get recessive genes. That's all you can get. You can't get cool mutant shit.
No.
I have a horrifying genetic disorder.
Yeah, it's not. It's like you can't breathe right if you're laying on your side or some shit.
We came in there to talk adventure, and this guy wanted to talk tragedy.
He wanted to talk tragedy. We were looking for the Odyssey, and he told us the story of Medusa.
Yes.
That's what he did.
But even lamer, dude.
But even lamer, because it was like people he knew.
If Medusa...
Did he know him? He said, I know these people.
Yeah, my buddy Jimmy. It's like the story of Medusa, but if Medusa banged her brother and had snakes with no eyes for children.
And then, I don't know, man. So, if we're going to say, if you had to rate the Mothman Museum... And let's get off of Mothman after this, because I do want that to be a full episode.
Yes.
If we're going to rate the Mothman Museum...
The museum, in and of itself...
1 out of 10.
What?
No, at 10. On a scale.
1 to 10.
As far as entertainment goes.
For the money?
For the money.
Like, $5, what entertainment you can get out of $5, how does the Mothman Museum rank? Are we assuming that we already live there? Like you're in town? Because it's not worth driving.
I mean, it was kind of worth driving.
No, we did other stuff that made it all worth it.
Yeah.
But if you drove straight there, Mothman Museum, and then drove home,
no,
for us would not be worth it. We were a couple hours out.
Yeah. I would give it a 4 out of 10.
I'm giving it like a 6 out of 10 because they had some banging hoodies that I could not afford. Just the museum. 6 out of 10. They are listen. They do. If you skip all the bullshit with Richard Gere, they have the handwritten
police notes,
police records, which fascinated me.
Right.
That was truly cool. It made it so much more real.
It's history.
Yeah.
They had the handwritten police notes.
It made it real.
The reports about the kids getting chased.
Yeah.
They had the reports of the bridge collapsing.
Yeah, and it wasn't like everything. the shaky handwriting of
No, it was cursive. It was
I don't give a fuck what these kids think about, whatever. I have to write this down. No, he was like, oh, I want people to be able to read this later.
By the way, there were reports of a fucking giant moth bird man hanging out on the bridge 2 nights before it collapsed.
Yeah. Now, we're going to get into that on the episode. That's
going to be something we talk about in depth. But, all in all, I'm not changing my answer. 4 out of 10. I give the Mothman Museum 4 out of 10.
I'm an optimist. I gave it a 6, so we're going to even it out. The Outpost ranks a 5.
The Occult Outpost ranks it at a 5.
5 out of 10 if you're within 100 miles.
100? I'd say 100 miles. No, I'd say no. Because it's farther than 100 miles from us.
Oh, shit. Yeah, okay.
If you are in the Midwest.
If you're in the Midwest and you're traveling around and you happen to go somewhere along the Ohio, go 40 minutes out of the way. Go see the Mothman Museum.
$5.
It's rad as shit.
Buy a hoodie.
$5.
Don't start a conversation with the cashier.
You like fucking your brother or your sister? It's no big deal. Talk to the cashier. He'll have cool stories for us.
I wouldn't talk to him. The conversation with the guy, 1 out of 10.
Don't buy a postcard either. I don't remember how much they were, but they were. It was like a. Okay, what's the purpose of a postcard?
To send it to somebody. Wish you were here.
Wish you were here.
Wish you were here.
How much would you pay for that?
I could do that with a fucking piece of paper.
Yeah, I'm just saying there was a markup. I'll leave it at that. I'm not going to name any numbers.
A ridiculous amount.
A ridiculous amount for a piece of paper that had not even a picture on it.
For a photograph.
It wasn't even a photograph.
What was it?
It was like a half-assed... It printed, obviously. It was a printed... here's the Mothman. I don't know, whatever.
I'm done talking about this subject because the more I talk about it, the more I get upset.
It wasn't even cardstock.
The more I talk about the Mothman Museum and the Mothman in general, I get more upset. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and stop talking about it, and we're going to move on to something else.
This is my life's passion. It makes me very upset.
No. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
My favorite thing in the world is fucking cryptids. It's my favorite thing to talk about. It's my favorite thing to do. I love the paranormal. I've got a fucking half of my bookshelf is dedicated to the fucking paranormal.
Yeah.
I love this shit. And it bums me the fuck out when I find out.
Don't say that the Mothman Museum brings you down. Say that this aspect of this phenomenon that I love bums me out.
Not specifically. So Point Pleasant, West Virginia does not bum me out.
It is
beautiful.
You know what? Just to reiterate, I told my mom that I was eating there, and I didn't tell her anything else. I said, "Mom, by the way, I was eating at Tudor's Biscuit House. I took a bite out of a biscuit." Tudor's Biscuit World. I apologize.
TM. Sponsor us, Tudor's.
Yes, but Tudor's. Oh my God, I would read a Tudor's ad every 5 minutes. Tudor's Biscuit World. I bit into some biscuits and gravy, a little bit of gravy. It had a lump in it. I bit into the lump in the gravy. You know what was in that lump? Raw flour. Oh, and I told my mom that. She said, "Oh my God," because she knew it was real.
Yeah.
It was real. There's no fake ass. They don't pour that out of a bag in the morning, bro. They make the gravy.
Point Pleasant, West Virginia, 10 out of 10. Would go again.
Point Pleasant, yes. I would, if we did.
But if you're dicking around in Point Pleasant, West Virginia, there's not any sense in not going to the Mothman Museum.
Yeah, go to the museum, pay for it, and then complain about it in the comments below. Thanks.
Comments below?
Yeah.
This is a podcast.
Where's it going up?
Probably Spotify.
You're not putting this on the tube?
No. Well, I mean, I'll probably put it on the tube.
Put it on the tube, too.
I'll put it on the tube as well.
If you're on Spotify, I don't know. Figure it out.
Like it. Kiss it. Shove it.
Want it.
Work it. Make it. Do it better, harder, faster, make it stronger.
I have to piss. Will you pause this?
Yeah. We're going to take a short break, and we'll be right back. Hey, everybody. It's Rory. I hope you're enjoying the show, and I'd just like to use this little break to remind everybody that if you've got a story that you'd like to share about the paranormal, the metaphysical, the spiritual, the occult, any goblins, ghouls, or ghosts that you've run into your time, that you can email us at occultoutpost@gmail.com. We'll read it in a listener email section sometime in the future, maybe the next show. Who knows, if we get any. Hope you're all having a great night, and now it's time to get back to the show.
What would, I was thinking about this at work the other day because I don't have enough shit to do. What would freak you out the most? You're in the woods, you're walking, your buddies are at camp. I want to go get some wood. What would you see that would flip your whole psyche inside out?
Let's rewind that. Let's change the...
edit the parameter?
Yeah, let's change the circumstance.
Change it.
The thing that would freak me out the most is if I were in a house. Like an old house. It doesn't matter.
Indoors freaks you out more?
It could be well lit.
Okay.
Well lit, like, in the room we're at right now.
But indoors.
But also indoors, yeah, it doesn't matter.
Indoors. Okay.
And I'm walking through a room, and I'm getting a good picture of the whole room. I'm seeing, okay, there's a duvet on that bed.
What's duvet?
It's a cover.
The cover of what?
Like a blanket.
I don't mean to divulge. I really don't know what you're talking about.
A duvet is a blanket.
All right. So why don't you just say there's a blanket on the...
I don't know. There's a Davenport cabinet.
Hey, everybody. Rory knows the word duvet.
There's a Davenport cabinet.
There's also a fucking cabinet.
There's a roll-top desk in the same room.
How is it like a raven?
I don't know. Knock, knock, knock. Here comes the raven. That's Edgar Allan Poe. Look him up.
I'm not.
He's going to get big.
I don't read.
I promise.
He's going to get big?
Yeah, he's going to get big. He's going to blow up. I'm getting my surroundings, and then there's a door to another room. I open that door, go down a hallway, open another door, and it's the same exact room that I just left. That is my greatest fear.
That would turn my guts inside out.
Yeah.
I would throw up if that happened to me. All right, fine. You got me beat.
Yeah.
Fuck you. But is there a window?
Yeah, but like you look out the window, you don't even think to look out the window.
No, I would think dude, that's literally the first thing I thought.
Technically,
I'm in the same room.
The first thing that you thought, yes.
I'm in the same room. Holy shit, I'm in a nightmare. Let me smash out this window.
Well, it's obviously a demon realm.
Yeah. So what would happen if you smash the window of a demon realm?
You get teleported right to the back of the first part of that hallway, bro.
What was the demon one? Do you just do this until you go crazy? Is that the
I guess, like
is
a
that
fucking
worst case scenario?
like H.P. Lovecraft, bro.
He didn't have goofy shit like that, did he? Yeah. I don't know. He had colors that didn't exist or whatever.
Yeah, he was weirdo.
Can I tell you mine? That it prompted this?
Yeah.
That prompted this prompt.
Yes.
I was at work and I was thinking about, you know, those monsters from that, what's that children's book where the fucking kid's in his pajamas and he floats to Monsterland?
Where the Wild Things Are.
Where the Wild Things Are.
Yep.
And like the wild things have claws and weird stuff. I thought about them, but like the figure of one all black and staticky and just like black skin, and he's really thin and he's in the woods, and I just walk up on him. And here's the part that freaks me out the most, is like a black pointy appendaged monster doing that dance from the fucking WB frog. Like, come on my baby, come on my whatever, and he's like high kicking in the forest, but it's just the sound of his feet hitting the leaves and nothing else. He's just That's
he's pretty
just
out there.
Undulating and moving.
Yeah, that's pretty out there.
It makes me.
There's nothing behind.
Makes me feel bad.
I'm looking.
I'm
looking right behind you.
I trusted you. I just had to see for myself.
That
bothered me. I don't know
weird.
where I got that image from. I think it was a dream or a nightmare.
That's something that we'll also get into is dreams.
Yeah.
That's also something. Astrology. Fuck it. Why not?
Astrology?
Astrology, dreams, fucking witchcraft.
What's your sign?
I'm a Taurus.
I am also a Taurus. Are you
I know
really a
we're
Taurus?
born like 5 days apart, Charles.
Oh, I forget. I'm
Literally
sorry.
5 days apart.
I'm sorry. I love you.
He's 5 days older than me.
Am I the oldest?
Yes, you are.
Watch your fucking mouth when you talk to me.
You respect your elders. Yeah,
we'll get less creaky chairs to sit in.
Yeah, we definitely
It's just
do
fucking
that.
Spiking on the
Sorry,
outside.
guys. Is it?
Let's just.
It's not spiking. It's
no,
not.
Dude, this right here, this noise.
No.
I saw the little bars move.
It's a register. No, if we're spiking, we're doing this kind of shit.
Oh my god, he shook every piece of furniture in the room. Stop that.
Oh, put down your phone.
I'm not. Oh, I'm got to see when my food's gonna get here.
Oh, fair enough.
Order canceled. Okay.
Well, goddamn.
Oh, that'll teach me.
How rude. Well, we're coming up on about 40 minutes now. So I say we go ahead and wrap this thing up. This is the inaugural episode.
At 40 minutes?
Not even the inaugural episode. This is just kind of the intro.
A pilot of a pilot.
This is a pilot of the show.
That will chop up.
Yeah, it's going to be fucking butchered because this is our first time. And it's going to be god-awful. But we appreciate you listening. We're going to try and get some grub.
Yeah.
And
we got to eat. We've been drinking all night, so.
If you have any suggestions to what to talk about, email us at occultoutpost@gmail.com.
And if you have any criticisms, make them lighthearted and
funny. Yeah, because it'll really hurt my feelings very badly. But we appreciate you listening.
Yeah.
And you have a wonderful night.
Or do what you got to do.
I hope you have a good night.
You have agency.
You are autonomous in your own being. You have free will. Put it to the test.
Good night. Turn it off.
I love you.
Good night.